Hola y bienvenidos a GCSE Spanish Practice. My name is Marina, and in this video, I will show you how to work on photo card 10, which is based on theme 3. This part of the photo card description is worth 5 marks out of a total of 50 marks for your foundation or higher speaking paper. But remember, there are 20 further marks later on in the unprepared question section. You can check my videos on Unit 7, 8, and 9 to see what general questions about these topics would be. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to do. Así que tenemos varias opciones, different options. La opción número 1, you can pause the video and prepare your answers with no help when I show you the 2 photo cards. You can pause the video and prepare answers with some prompts on screen. And then 3, you can watch my model answers and then prepare your own, or you can simply just see what a model answer for these 2 photos would be. Okay, so if you would like me to take a look at your answers, feel free to pop your answers in the comment section and I'll take a look. Bueno, pues vamos. A ver, this is the photo. It's a photo taken from my online resources that you can find on my test shop or my Buy Me a Coffee shop. And it is card I, okay? And it is theme 3. So we have something about the environment and something about city, traveling, holidays. Could be anything. All right. So if you're doing foundation, you are expected to be talking for at least 5 minutes. And if you're doing higher, it's 6 minutes in total. However, for the photo card, it is 1 minute for foundation and 1.5, so 1 minute and 30 seconds for higher. Okay, so you write down your answers on a piece of paper in your preparation time for your actual exam, and you can do the same here. So we see the photos, they're usually black and white, but here's some color for you to make life a bit more interesting. And as usual, the examiner will say, háblame de las fotos, and you can read off your piece of paper with your preparation, okay? So I always give you the strategy, Papa. I know there are others around, but this is what works for me. So people, activities, place, and additional. Now, you have option 1 is you can describe both photos now with just this prompt. So remember to do for each of them. And in the photo at the top, there is ba, 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 ba. However, at the bottom, there is ba, 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 ba. Option 2. Here you have some ideas. En la foto de arriba. Sin embargo, en la foto de abajo, and for each of them, you're going to go through people, activities, place, additional, at least 2 items per section. So people, say 2 things about the people in the photos, say 2 things about the activities for foundation, and if you are doing higher, say 3. Okay, so there we go. That's your option 2. And then for option 2, we have some prompts here. So, I count how many people. For the activities they're doing, there's no need to use the continuous tense like they are doing. We can simply say the verbs in the they form in the present tense. Okay, that's also correct in Spanish. And if it's going to help you make fewer mistakes, then that's, it's best to play safe. So instead of saying they are cleaning, we can say they clean the beach. That's fine. Okay, but it is in the they form, so there's an N at the end. And say juntos, they're doing this together because it kind of like sounds much, much better. Say 2 things for foundation, 3 things for higher. Then the place where they are. There are lots of photos of people just outdoors, okay? So you can say they are outdoors, están al aire libre. You can see how to spell that later on. And then say specifically where, okay? It's quite impressive if you say están al aire libre, están en una ciudad histórica, and so on. Say 2 things about the place, describe what you can see as well, okay? And then additional, I think they're having a good time. Creo que lo están pasando bien because, and then the weather is a safe bet. Or if you see they're smiling, or because I think it is fun, okay? So say, I think they're having fun. I think they're happy. Pienso que están contentos. And then say why. Because the weather, because they're happy, because they smile, because celebrating is fun. whatever. Okay, so for option 2, you can pause the video and then later on see my answers. And now option 3. Option 3, I will show you my model answers following this. Okay, so here we go. A ver. Teacher will say, háblame de las fotos, and I will proceed to read my preparation. Remember, the bits in dark red are things that we can add on if we are doing higher. So I will read everything and translate for you, okay, so that you see what we were doing. So I will start with, en la foto de arriba that I wrote my preparation, hay muchas personas, se ve muchos grupos de diferentes edades. The photo at the top, there are many people. One can see many groups of different ages. Okay. Creo que hay muchos turistas, pero también personas que viven ahí. I think there are many tourists, but also people who live there. Okay. We continue with the activities. Unas personas toman el sol o hablan. So some people are sunbathing. Okay, sunbathing, you see, it's sitting by the sunshine. But we can say that, okay? O they talk o hablan. Otras personas pasean juntas. You can see some people here. They're having a walk together, okay? Now, higher, you could say something like, parece que unas personas están tomando el sol juntas o están charlando. Charlar means to chat, as in with a person face to face, rather than chatting on the phone. Y también están paseando juntas, okay? So 3 things. Bueno, place. They are located, están, plus place, 2 things for foundation, 3 things for higher. Están al aire libre en una ciudad donde hay edificios históricos y una estatua. This donde is a linking word where that is linking 2 sentences together, and therefore it makes the text or what you're saying flow much better. So it is best to use if we can. And what we're saying is they are outdoors in a city where there are historic buildings and a statue, we can see. And that's 2 things for foundation, even 3. And then higher could go on saying, me parece que es una plaza de una ciudad importante. It looks to me that it is a square in an important city. Indeed, it is Puerta del Sol in Madrid. Puerta del Sol, one of the main squares, ¿vale? Additional, creo que lo están pasando bien porque hace buen tiempo. Pienso que están contentos porque hace sol. Higher. Creo que lo están pasando bien porque están socializando. They are socializing. ¿Vale? And then we will continue reading our notes. Sin embargo, however, en la foto de abajo hay 6 personas. 2 mujeres, un hombre y 3 niños. I counted. I can tell more or less. That's what I think I can see. So I say it. That's more than enough detail for foundation. We can also say what we think they are, how they're related. Creo que son una familia, I think they're a family, who se preocupa por el medio ambiente, who is worried about the environment. Okay, again, using que to link the 2 sentences. Actividades. Limpian la playa juntos. Okay, so verb in the they form with an N plus together. They clean the beach together. And they recycle plastic, reciclan los plásticos. 2 things. Cool. Now, higher. Están limpiando la playa juntos y poniendo los plásticos en una bolsa para reciclar. They are cleaning the beach together and putting the plastics or the plastic bits inside a bag to recycle them. That's an assumption, okay? But it works and it's vocabulary we know. Es posible que estén charlando. Oh, this is super advanced, but I thought I'd add it. It is possible that they are chatting. Es posible que estén charlando. Okay, it's got a different mood here. It's called the subjunctive, and you have probably heard about it if you're doing higher. Okay, but it's not a requirement. But there you go. Es posible que estén charlando. I am assuming, I am imagining that they might be having a chat while they're picking up plastic. Okay. Place, están plus place. Están en la costa, en la playa. You see? Maybe I would just I would be tempted to say están en la playa. That's it. But we know costa, so make it more specific. Están en la costa, en la playa. Then that's two details, but I can say more. I know how to say sand. I know how to say water, clean and dirty. So la arena está sucia, pero el agua del mar está limpia y tranquila. So the sand is dirty, but the water in the sea is clean and calm. Now, I have added some more for higher. Again, thinking, imagining, okay, inferring from the picture. Están en la playa posiblemente muy grande. Okay, it can be a very long beach. La arena está sucia porque hay mucha basura. So the sand is dirty because there's a lot of rubbish, and therefore using a wider variety of language. Finally, again, the usual. If we say, I think they're happy in the first photo, maybe we use the other alternative here. So either, pienso que están contentos porque hace un día genial. I think they're happy because it's a great day, okay, weather-wise. O creo que lo están pasando bien porque ayudan al medio ambiente, o creo que lo están pasando bien porque están ayudando al medio ambiente. And once you have said all of this, then you will move on onto the prepared questions on these topics if you happen to be doing theme 3, which can be travel and tourism, media and technology, or the environment. If you would like to see some possible questions and listen to them and practice listening to them and understanding, which is key to understand first and then answer, then check out my videos on topics 7, 8, and 9 with general questions that you listen to, have the time to think, and then I will give you the answer in English. So what do they mean? Okay, well, it was really lovely to show you what my answers would be. If you would like me to know what your answers would be, please pop them in the comment section. Y muchísimas gracias. Nos vemos. Like, share, subscribe. Adiós.